Time for the Heimlich. Isn't it called... Didn't they rename it to the J-hook so people could remember how to do it easier? I'm pretty sure they renamed it to the J-hook. Anybody ever have to do that? The J-hook / Heimlich maneuver? We'll have to try that section again, I guess. He just went through the wall. That's not intended. That's a glitch. Almost failed it because the dummy was too big. You couldn't hold it. Yeah. The thing that you don't realize is, like, I've had to do it once. I've had to do it once in my life. My friend, who is actually currently my roommate, we were hanging out. We were eating sushi. And he took a big piece of sushi and just inhaled it, literally. Stood up, walked over to me, and he just turned around. And I was like, okay. Something you don't realize until the situation is there is that when someone is choking, they tense up a lot. It is just a solid wall. It was so hard to pull in because you're tense. You're choking. You can't breathe. Don't go through the wall again, please. Thank you. Good. But yeah, he's okay. I'm trying to think if there's like ever any other like life-saving stuff that I had to do. I mean, as a kid, I'm pretty sure I was pretty whiny. I was a whiny kid. And so whenever I'd be like, oh, it hurts, sometimes my parents would just walk it off. And I was fine because it wasn't anything serious. But there was one time where it actually was serious. It's at my grandparents' house, which is very far away. And I woke up and my stomach hurt a little bit, like my kind of the lower part of my stomach. I was like, that's weird. And I got up, I walk around and it's like, okay, I think I'll be okay. Grandma was making breakfast and I was like, yeah, my stomach kind of hurts today. And she was like, oh my God, we're going to the hospital right now. I'm like, okay. And so we go in and I get blood work done. I get an ultrasound. They're like, oh yeah, something's wrong here. You have appendicitis. Your appendix is about to explode and kill you. I'm like, oh. Okay, so we drove like 2 hours to the next biggest hospital, and that night I had life-saving surgery. But yeah, I think that's like the only major surgery I've had. Speaking of surgery, one of my roommates, he has like a really messed up shoulder. It like dislocates a bunch, and he just had surgery for it. When he came back, he was just so loopy. Anesthesia, is that the word I'm looking for? I walk in and like check to see that he's in the living room. He was like, Is that Tanner? I love you, Tanner. Oh, that's so wholesome. And then like a few hours later, I was like, how you feeling? He was like, pain. All right. And the two moods. This just in, Ants is nearly dying is rough. It is rough. I mean, here's the thing. When I was in the hospital, so I was in the hospital for 3 days, right after my surgery ended. It was like 3 a.m. The nurses were like, if you need anything at all, just, and you see us, just say so and we'll get it for you. Do you want anything right now? Like, we got like popsicles and stuff. And I was like, popsicle. So like right after my surgery, I had one of those popsicles, which that's a whole nother story I need to get into regarding popsicles after this, because my God, they're messed up. But here's the thing. Here's the question I have for popsicles. Popsicles are called different things in different places. In Australia, depending on where you're from, they're called either icy poles, ice blocks, or in some places in Australia, by jingo. The stick that goes into a popsicle is a popsicle stick, right? Is the stick that goes into a bijingo stick? An icy pole. Do they just call them icy pole sticks? Because that's just saying icy stick. And also, okay, the place that calls them bijingos, which I don't know what that means. It's a place called Townsville in Queensland. Is that not the most generic place name you have ever heard? Townsville? Queensland? I looked it up, and it says jinglers. So the sticks that go into bijingos are called jinglers. What did you walk into? I don't know. Nothing. Any jinglers in chat? Watch Powerpuff Girls with you? Also, speaking of Powerpuff Girls, okay. I have something from high school that brought me back. So, they're made of, I don't know, sugar and spice and everything nice, right? That implies that sugar and spice aren't a part of everything that's nice, right? That's how you properly list patterns. So if I say salt and pepper and spices, like salt and pepper and spices makes you think, okay, spices don't include salt and pepper. That's what it makes me think, at least. Salt and pepper aren't just, pepper is a spice. Don't you do this. Is pepper a spice?
According to Wikipedia, black pepper is a flowering vine in the family Piperaceae, cultivated for its fruit, known as a peppercorn, which is usually dried and used as a spice.
Used as a spice! What even defines a spice?
Here's the definition of spice: an aromatic or pungent vegetable substance used to flavor food, e.g.
A plant that's used to flavor food. Wait a minute. A vegetable that means a carrot could be a spice? They're not aromatic? I mean, I can smell a carrot.
Here's the definition of aromatic: having a pleasant and distinctive smell.
I mean, I can smell a carrot. It's pleasant and it's distinctive. What does a carrot smell like? It smells like carrots. It's very distinctive. What about garlic? Garlic is a spice. What about an onion? Onion is very similar to garlic. Onion powder is a thing. Exactly my thoughts. Yes, ginger is a spice. It's a root. Ah, ginger is a root. Much like a carrot. Ginger powder is a thing? Well, I can make carrot powder. You want me to make some carrot powder? Carrot powdering. Wait, do they sell carrot powder? Wait a minute. Carrot powder.
Here's a summary from Healthy Canning. Carrot powder is made from pieces of carrot that have been dehydrated and then ground up finely. You can use it as you would a spice in cooking.
You can use it as a spice!